In this video, we'll discuss our second example in application of Laplace transforms in electrical circuits. Welcome to Enlightened AF YouTube channel. If you are new to this channel, I would appreciate if you subscribe to the channel. Also, remember to share the link to the videos to other engineering students. It will also be helpful if you watch the videos online. Now, let us go to our question. This question is October-November 2017 and it's Diploma in Electrical Engineering Module 2. We are told the figure below shows an electrical network which is dead prior to closure of the switch. This term there is very important. At time t is equal to 0. Using Laplace transforms, determine the voltage across terminal CD. Now let us go through the circuit. First thing we notice is that there are two loops in the circuit. There is this loop. Let us call this one loop 1. Loop 1. And then there is this loop, loop 2. Loop 2. It would be more helpful if you drew the two loops, loop 1 and loop 2 separately. Loop 1 consists of the source of EMF, the switch, capacitor 1, resistor, and then back the power supply. So in loop 1 you only have two components. In loop 2, I did not write down the value of the volt. These 2 volts. 2 volts. This is 1 farad. This is 1 ohm. In loop 2, actually don't need to do this in the exam. I'm only trying to guide you through the question so that it will be more clear for you. Here I have, this is loop 2. So loop 1 is this power portion. Current in loop 1 will go through that path. Let me call that current. This current flowing this path I1 of t. The current is a function of time. The other current will flow through this path. So current 2 will circulate in this path. So that path is current 2. I2, which is a function of time. That current will circulate through this path. We have a capacitor, a resistor, another resistor here, so this current here, you see this current I1 on this resistor is be going downward. So you have I1 here, I1 of t, but on the same resistor, current I2 will be going upward. I2 of t. On this circuit, this current I2 of t, this current, so it will be going downward here. But we are most interested in this resistor. Here current I2 of t will be going upward. But on the same resistor, current I1 of t, on this resistor, current I1 will be going downward. Kirchhoff voltage law equations in time domain, not time domain, in time domain. Let us take the first two. KVL. We have that capacitor. The equation for capacitor, remember we said one voltage, Kirchhoff voltage law. Here voltage is 2 volts. Here voltage is charge of a capacitance. Here it is I times R. So for the capacity to be Q is equal to, as we said in the other equation, the initial charge Q naught plus integral from 0 to t which current is flowing through here? I1 of t with respect to t. This is voltage in C1. Voltage in C1. Loop 1. So, voltage V in capacitor 1, voltage V in C1 is equal to Q over C, charge of a capacitance, which is equal to 1 over C, Q naught plus integral from 0 to t. The current that is flowing in that capacitor is I1 of t. I1 of t, and integrate that with respect to t. I'm only interested with the voltage across the capacitor because that one is a little bit tricky to get. We have I of C, Q naught plus integrate from 0 to t, I1 of t with respect to t. That is the equation for the voltage across the capacitor. Plus, you see here we have this resistor. It's R1, this R1, R1, this is C2, this is R2. See where you have R1, R1, we have two currents. I1 is the main current which is going upward. I2 which is going downward. I1 which is going downward is the main current minus I2 which is going upward. Minus I2 of t. All that is equal to 2 volts. 2 volts. See, voltage across the capacitor plus voltage across the resistor is equal to the source of EMF. Kirchhoff voltage law. Substituting C1 is equal to 1 and R1 is equal to 1 and Q naught is equal to 0. Remember, you have been told the circuit is dead. There is no initial charge in the capacitor. So Q naught is equal to 0. You have equation for voltage. It will be this is equal to 1 farad. This is equal to 0. Integral from 0 to t, which will be equal to integral from 0 to t, I1 of t with respect to t, plus, you see here, is 1, I1 of t minus I2 of t is equal to 2. Let us call this one equation 1. Loop 2. In loop 2, We are going to start from where you have a capacitor. You have a capacitor. Which current is flowing through the capacitor? Current I1, I2 only. Which current is flowing through this resistor? 2. Current I2 only. Which current is flowing through resistor 1? These are 1. Is I2, which is going upward, which is the main current, and I1, which is going downward. See, this resistor, both current flows through this resistor. That's why I've included both current in the loop 1 and in loop 2. So the charge, the voltage here is 1 over C, the initial charge Q naught, plus integrate from 0 to t, I2 of t with respect to t, as the voltage across the capacitor, plus I2 of t, R2, here, plus R2, we have I2 of t, which is our main current, because we are considering loop 2, which is it's going upward, minus I1 of t, which is going downward. All these, do we have a source of EMF here? We do not have a source of EMF, and therefore we are going to equate this one to 0. Now, substituting, what is the value of C2? C2 is equal to a half. C2 is equal to a half. R2 is equal to what? R2 is equal to 1 ohm. 1 ohm. This is 1 ohm. I should have put it here. R2 is equal to 1 ohm. What else do we have in that? R1 is equal to 1 ohm. And Q naught is equal to 0. Q naught is equal to 0 because the initial charge in the capacitor is equal to 0. Now let us make those substitutions. To get from 0 to t, I2 of t with respect to t, plus I2, this 1 times I2 of t is I2 of t, this 1 times I2 of t is I2 of t. So you have two I2s, 2 I2 of t minus I1 of t is equal to 0. Call this one equation 2. Let us delighting equation 1 and 2 in S domain. Let us find the Laplace transform of equation 2 and Laplace transform of equation 1. Remember to leave a comment on the video. Leave a comment on the video. Tell me your institution. Tell me which topic you like me to take to make content on. Make a general comment, a contribution, or a remark on how we can improve this channel to serve you better. Let us find the Laplace transform of this. So we have Laplace transform of integral from 0 to t, I1 of t with respect to t plus I1 of t minus I2 of t. I2 of t is equal to 2. Laplace transform of integral from 0 to t, I1 of t with respect to t. That one we said in the previous video. It is Is over s plus this is I1 of s. This is minus I2 of s is equal to 2 over s. If you have not watched the video on how to find the Laplace transform of integral, find it on the link shown here, our first video on application of Laplace transforms. Let us take the second equation. Maybe you can call this one equation 3. Laplace transform of this one, I have integral from 0 to t, I2 of t with respect to t plus 2 I2 of t. Notice I've always been saying it's time domain, minus I1 of t is equal to 0. Now we will change from the time domain to frequency domain. It will be here, if you find the Laplace transform of this, it will be I2 of s over s plus 2I2 of s minus I1 of s is equal to 0. Call this one equation 4. Now, we work on equation 2 and 3. Let us concentrate on equation 4 for the time being. Let us make I2 the subject of the formula. So we have I2 of s. Let us factor it out. See this 1 over s plus 2. This minus this I2 of s taken to the other side of the equation to be positive I2 of s. You can find the LCM here. It is I2 of s. What's the denominator? S. Oh, here there is these two. You see these two? This will be here 2s. 2s. So let us denominator be 2s. 2s divided by 2s, 1 times 1, 1. 2s divided by 2, here, no, here is a 1. 2s divided by 1, 2s times 2, 4s. 4s is equal to this I1. We took this I1, we took it to the other side of the equation. So this I1 not I2 is I1 of s. Divide both sides with the 1 plus 4s over 2s. So I2 of s is equal to I1 of s. If you divide both sides, it will be times 2s over 4s plus 1. So actually, that is equation for I2 of z. I've been forced to redraw the diagram because I had already deleted it. If you look at our question, you have been told to determine the voltage across terminal CB. The voltage across terminal CD, across this terminal here. That is the voltage across the resistor R2. This will be very important because we need to determine the value of current I2. From this equation, I1s is equal to I2 of s times this. We are going to substitute this value of I1 of s in our equation 3 here. So we will say we have, whatever you have I1 of s, we put this, we have I1 of s, which should now be equal to I2 of s times this. So it will say I2 of s times 4 over s. Let me start with 4 over s plus 1 over 2s over 2s. But notice, here we have another s. So it means this 2s times this s will be 2s squared. We are done with that. Plus I1 of s is simply this expression, which is plus I2 of s into bracket 4s plus 1 over here 2s is it not here minus I2 of s here is equal to 2 over s. Let us now substitute them. Let us now factor out I2 of s. So this will be I2 of s into bracket. We have this term, which is 4s plus 1 over 2s squared. Here if we substitute, if we factor out I2 of s, it will be plus 4s of plus 1 all over 2s. Here if we factor out I2 of s, it will be minus 1. All these, I have that bracket over 2s. I think we can combine these three terms using LCM. We have I2 of s. The LCM will be, the LCM of 2s squared and 2s is simply 2s squared. So you have 2s squared divided by 2s squared 1 times this term 4s plus 1. 2s squared, no, 2s squared divided by 2s s times this term to be plus 4s squared plus s. Then this is 1 over 1, so it's 2s squared divided by 1, it's 2s squared, and then multiplied by negative 1 to be negative 2 s squared. You can close that bracket is equal to 2 over s. I2 of s now is equal to I2 of s, not is equal to, but there is a bracket here we need to, first of all, combine the terms. Let us start with the highest power of s, the term with the highest power of s. You have 4s squared minus 2s squared, that is 2s squared. Here you have 4s plus s plus 5s. And then we have what? We have a single constant, which is 1 plus 1 over, you have 2s squared. 2s squared is now equal to 2 over s. 2 over s. We need to have I2 of s on one side of the equation. So we need to multiply with the reciprocal of this one, which is 2s squared over 2s squared plus 5s plus 1. We multiply with that on both sides of the equation, which will give us I2 of s is now equal to 2 over s. On this side it will cancel out completely, times on the other side of the equation it will be 2s squared over 2s squared plus 5s plus 1. This s will cancel out with one of the s there, so that we have these two will multiply with the 2 to give us a 4. So you have I2 of s is equal to 4s over 2s squared plus 5s plus 1. Always In Laplace transform, the term with the highest power of s is always equal to 1. I mean, not the term, the coefficient of the term with the highest power of s is always equal to 1. Or we'll make this unity. So we need to multiply here with the half, and we multiply here with the half. This will give us 2s, because 4 times half is 2s over half times 2s squared, it is s squared, half times 5s plus 2.5s half times 1 is equal to 0.5 plus 0.5. Now we are able to get the inverse Laplace transform. But always when you are trying to get inverse Laplace transform, check whether it is possible to factor out and get whole numbers. It's not possible. The fact that you have decimals here, it is obvious it is not possible to factor out. And since we only have one irreducible quadratic factor, we cannot go ahead and start using partial fractions. You only use partial fractions when you have more than one term on the denominator. But here we have a single irreducible quadratic factor. So we now have to look for other ways, other crafty ways to get the inverse Laplace transform. Remember what we said in other videos. You take half the coefficient of the s, half coefficient of s. So now we can say s squared is equal to, s squared plus 2.5s plus 0.5. We can say this is s plus half coefficient of this one, which is equal to 1.25. Let me not write my 5 like an s. Then we square this. If we expand this, it will be s squared plus 2.5 s plus 1.5625. It's not equal to this. So we need to subtract here 1.0625 to make this to be equal to this. We need to subtract 1.0625, so that now the two sides of the equation are equal. If you expand this minus this, you get it is equal to this. Now let us go ahead and see how we can. That one will assist us. This is now the same as saying I2 of s will now be equal to 2s over 2s over s plus 1.25 squared minus 1.0625. Minus 1.0625. I2 of s now becomes 2 times s over s squared, not s squared, but s plus 1.25, and we square that, minus, what is the square root of this? 1.031. To get back to 1.0625, you have to square. Let's make this one not look like an s. squared. So now we are ready to get the inverse Laplace transform. Remember, to get, we said inverse Laplace transform of not inverse, Laplace transform of I2 of S, Laplace transform of I2 of t, that time domain. If we find that Laplace transform of this, we got I of S, I2 of S. That is from time domain to frequency domain. Now we want to change back to reverse. It will be I of t, I2 of t, I2 of t is equal to inverse Laplace transform of I2 of S. That is, to get from the S domain to T domain, we have to get the inverse Laplace transform. They are the reverse processes. Here we are going from T domain. Here it is from T domain to S domain, and here it is from S domain to T domain. So I of t, I2 of t of t is equal to inverse Laplace transform of I2 of S, which is now equal to inverse Laplace transform of, I always like to have the constant outside, 2 inverse Laplace transform of S over S plus 1.25 squared minus 1.031 squared. By then, remember to leave a comment. Leave a comment on that video and tell me how I could improve to serve you better, or tell me where you watch from, which institution you study, or any other kind of comment, remark, or contribution. If you do not know how to make a comment on a YouTube video, watch the video on the link here, where I have explained how to use playlist to get all the videos in a certain topic, and also how to make comment, how to share the videos, and how to like the videos. Now let us finally finish it off. I hope you can remember the first shift theorem. Here, the first shift theorem has been applied. First shift theorem. First shift theorem. It means here, because we are adding an a, our function is multiplied by exponential negative at. Also notice our entire function is of the form S over S squared. Now if we assume we are not multiplying with the exponential negative at minus a squared, the general form of the entire of this function of S is this. This one tells us we have a hyperbolic cosine, if you can remember. With this knowledge now we can go ahead and write our final answer. It means the current I2 of t is equal to these two, this one we have said we must have application of shift theorem, that is exponential negative at, and in this case our negative at is 1.25 t, and the general function, the whole of it is a cosh what? This is our a again, 1.031 t. But we are required to get the voltage across terminal CD. That is the voltage across this resistor. What is voltage? VCD. VCD will be equal to I2 of t times R2. but R2 is equal to 1 ohm. So it's basically multiplying with 1. So we take all of this, we multiply with 1. So VCD is equal to 2 exponential negative 1.25 t multiplied by 1, it just made the same cos 1.31 t. So now we are done with that. There are many more examples that I have not managed to do in the past papers, but at least I have shown you how you can handle that question. I've not managed to get a mechanical engineering paper. The moment I get one, I'm definitely going to solve 1 or 2 examples from a mechanical engineering paper. Continue watching the videos online. Remember, you can only support this channel by making some comments on videos, liking the videos, subscribing, and watching the videos online. Those are the only 4 ways you can support this channel. If you download the videos and watch them offline, watching that video do not support this channel in any way. So please watch the videos online and also remember to subscribe to the channel. Continue watching more videos.